The rainy night asterisk. The rain hammered against the windows of Marcus Chun's small apartment like 1,000 tiny fists demanding entry. He stirred the pasta on the stove, counting the minutes until his daughter Emma would be home from her friend's house. The scholarship application forms sat on the kitchen table, half completed. Emma deserved that music program, even if it meant Marcus would be eating ramen for the next 6 months. Asterisk. A sharp knock interrupted his thoughts. Marcus frowned. Emma had her key, and he wasn't expecting anyone. Through the peephole, he saw a young woman, maybe 17 or 18, soaked to the bone and shivering. Asterisk, please, she called out, her voice barely audible through the door. My phone died, and I'm lost. Can I just use your phone? Asterisk. Every instinct told Marcus to be cautious, but those same instincts reminded him of his own daughter, and what he'd hoped someone would do if Emma were ever stranded and afraid. Asterisk. He opened the door a crack. Are you okay? Asterisk. The girl's teeth chattered. I got separated from my friends. My ride left without me, and I don't know this neighborhood. Asterisk. Marcus saw the genuine fear in her eyes. Against his better judgment, he opened the door wider. Come in. You can use my phone. Asterisk. She stumbled inside, dripping water onto his worn linoleum floor. Thank you so much. I'm Sophie. Stask. Marcus. Let me get you a towel. He grabbed the least threadbare towel from the bathroom and handed it to her. Sophie wrapped it around her shoulders gratefully. Asterisk. She tried calling several numbers, but no one answered. With each failed attempt, her composure crumbled a little more. Finally, she looked up at Marcus with tears in her eyes. They're all at some club downtown. They won't hear their phones. Asterisk. Marcus glanced at the clock. 9:30. Where do you live? Asterisk. Riverside Hills. Asterisk. His eyebrows shot up. That was the wealthy side of town, a 40-minute drive away. That's pretty far. How'd you end up here? Asterisk. Sophie's cheeks flushed. We were supposed to go to this concert, but when we got here, they said they wanted to go somewhere else instead. I said I wanted to go home, and they just left me. Asterisk. Some friends, Marcus muttered. He looked at this girl, someone's daughter, cold and abandoned, and made a decision he knew might be foolish. Listen, I can't drive you tonight. My daughter will be home soon, and I don't have gas money until Friday. But you can stay here tonight. The couch isn't much, but it's dry and warm. Asterisk. Sophie's eyes widened. Really? You'd do that for a stranger? Asterisk. I'd want someone to do it for my Emma. He stirred the pasta again. You hungry? There's enough for 3. Asterisk. Emma arrived 20 minutes later, surprised but not alarmed. At 14, she'd inherited her father's compassionate heart. The 3 of them ate pasta with jarred sauce, while Sophie slowly opened up about her life though. Marcus noticed she kept details vague. Asterisk. That night, Marcus gave Sophie his only spare blanket and an old t-shirt to sleep in. He heard her crying softly on the couch, but didn't intrude. Understanding that sometimes people need their private moments of release. Asterisk. Morning brought sunshine in Sophie's transformation. Her phone, now charged, buzzed constantly. A sleek black car arrived within 30 minutes of her first call. Asterisk. Marcus, Sophie said at the door, her eyes serious. You showed me more kindness than people who've known me for years. Can I ask you something? Why did you help me? Asterisk. He shrugged. Because it was the right thing to do. And because I hope the world has people who'd do the same for my daughter. Asterisk. Sophie hugged him impulsively, then ran to the waiting car. Asterisk. 3 days later, Marcus opened his door to find a man in an expensive suit standing in the hallway. Asterisk. Mr. Chin. My name is Robert Whitmore. I believe you met my daughter, Sophie. Asterisk. Marcus's stomach dropped. Is she okay? Did something. Asterisk. She's fine, thanks to you. The man's voice cracked slightly. Sophie has been struggling since her mother passed. She's been running with a crowd that doesn't care about her, testing boundaries. That night, she could have been hurt, but you gave her shelter without asking for anything in return. Anyone would have. No, Robert interrupted firmly. Most people wouldn't. My daughter told me about your kindness, about your daughter's scholarship applications on the table. Mr. Chen, I'm not here to insult you with charity. I'm here to offer you a position at my company. Your manufacturing experience and character are exactly what we need. Marcus hesitated. I appreciate it, but the salary is $85,000 to start. Full benefits. There's also a fund at my company for employees' children. Emma's music program would be covered. Marcus felt his knees weaken. I don't understand. Why would you ? Because you saw my daughter as a person who needed help, not as an opportunity. Because when Emma talked about her dreams, Sophie said, you listened, like those dreams mattered more than your own tiredness. Robert extended his hand. Because the world needs more people like you, and fewer people like the ones who left my daughter in the rain. Later, when Marcus told Emma about the job offer, she hugged him tight. Dad, you always said doing the right thing is its own reward. I did say that. Marcus laughed, wiping his eyes. But sometimes the universe throws in a bonus. The following Monday, Marcus started his new position. Sophie visited that first week, bringing Emma a violin for your music program, she said. And because your dad taught me something important. Family isn't just about blood. It's about who shows up when it's raining.